Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Tonight we're opening some Magic the Gathering booster packs from the latest set, Foundations. I've been playing a lot of Magic lately, lots of Commander games, and I picked up this box when I was at the local game store the other day. And I just love this set. There's so much cool art in this set. Just look at the art on the box. It's amazing. It's really cool. Now with 9 play boosters. Let's check out the back and see what you get inside the box. The perfect gift for beginners and experts alike. Whether you're treating yourself or a lucky fan in your life, you can't go wrong with Magic the Gathering Foundations. Construct a deck out of your favorite color combination and open gorgeous borderless cards. Plus, there's one foil in every booster and a special spin down die. There's the spin down die. Oversized spin down life counter. You also get Alt Art Traditional Foil Phyrexian Arena. That's a pretty cool card. And a Foundations card box where you can store your cards. 20 traditional foil and 20 regular basic lands. And of course, 9 booster packs. I think you can hear the spin down life counter in here. There it is. Let's open this box. Let's see what we get inside. Let's open this box. Let's see what we get inside. I was trying to rip these off, but I think you can just open it on the sides here. Wow. Look at this. That is really cool. Got a little poster. Here are some other products. Put this to the side. This is a really cool box. I really like this box. There it is. There's the spin down die. It is glittering and it is we have some counters here. +1/+1 counters. That is a really cute creature. And I think these are stun counters, if I'm not mistaken. Here are the booster packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9 play boosters. These are all with the same art on the back. Usually there's three different characters on the packs, but these ones are just Ajani is his name. Let's check out the lands and see how they look. The Phyrexian Arena. That's very nice. Plains. Some shiny lands. And then there are some full art lands here, which are also shiny. Wow, look at this. These are just beautiful. The foiling on these cards are just crazy. They look so good in real life. I will definitely put them in my decks. Alright, so let's open the first pack and see what we get inside. There's a token in the back of a goblin. Here we go. The first card, Incinerating Blast. There's the Planeswalker Chandra, incinerating this stone creature. Incinerating Blast deals 6 damage to target creature. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Most pyromancers could never summon the sheer heat necessary to melt solid rock, but most pyromancers aren't. Chandra Nalaar. Giant Growth. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Then we have Simba. Prideful Parent. Vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause this creature to tap. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. Look at that little Simba biting the tail. One day, the future king will protect a pride of his own. For now, he defends his family from the terror of the Swishy Tail. That's so cute. Uncharted Voyage. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice of the top or the bottom of their library. Surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Bake into a pie. Destroy target creature. Create a food token. It's an artifact with 2 and a tap. Sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. You can see his hand in the pie. I baked in someone. My secret ingredient. Well, I can't tell you that. But here's a hint. It's not love. Fanatical Firebrand. This is a goblin pirate. Haste. This creature can attack and tap as soon as it comes under your control. Sacrifice this creature. It deals 1 damage to any target. Gleaming Barrier. Defender. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. It says 0 power for defense. Artifact Wall creature. For 2 colorless mana. Elvish Regrower. When this creature enters, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. It's an elf druid. There you are, little friend. You've been sleeping for a long time, but it's time to wake up now. Stroke of Midnight. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human creature token. Who was that knight? So graceful and strong. Why did she flee before the food was gone? Says Tale of the Masked Maiden. Our second uncommon, or third even, is Ruby. Ruby, Daring Tracker. A red and a green mana. It's a legendary creature, human scout, with haste, and whenever Ruby attacks, while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And you can tap Ruby for a red or a green mana. Twin Blade Blessing. This is an enchantment aura. Flash. You may cast this spell anytime you could cast an instant. Enchanted creature has double strike. That can be pretty dangerous. And the rare is Preposterous Proportions for 7 mana. Look at those guys. That is scary. Creatures you control get +10/+10 and gain vigilance until end of turn. I think you mean giant lemurs, a type of malevolent spirit that... Oh gods, what is that? Yuria the Smug. Last words. Oh god, what is that? Famous last words and a foil card. Sure Strike. This strike is pretty sure. Target creature gets +3/0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Everyone has a weak spot. And a land. And a Drake. Here is Drake. Not the artist. And the goblin on the backside. second pack. Foundations Art Series. That is cool art. There's a lot of cool art in this set. The first card is Gorehorn Raider. It's apparently a cow with almost a human body. It's a Minotaur pirate. This has raid. When this creature enters, if you attacked this turn, this creature deals 2 damage to any target. It's a 4/4. Anyone fast enough to dodge her horns and parry her cutlass just gets kicked overboard. Beastkin Ranger for 3 mana, Elf Ranger. It's a ranger with a cute friend. Trample. This creature can deal excess combat damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1 until end of turn. Cathar Commando. Flash. You may cast this spell anytime you can cast an instant. For 1 mana, you can sacrifice this creature and destroy target artifact or enchantment. Strix Lookout. I love this guy. It's an owl with glasses or goggles. Creature Bird. It has flying vigilance. And for 2 mana, you can draw a card, then discard a card. He is wise, watchful, fashionable. He is pretty fashionable. Stab. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Elgin's final mistake was assuming an intruder would come through the door and not up the sheer, smooth 6-story wall, which this intruder apparently did. Spitfire Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And the Campus Guide, which is, not really sure. I can't tell what it is. It's a golem. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. There's nowhere in Strixhaven I can't find. Where do you need to go? And the first uncommon is Zombify. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The first birth celebrates life. The second birth mocks it. Fiery Annihilation. Fiery Annihilation deals 5 damage to target creature. Exile up to 1 target equipment attached to that creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Fireproof or your money back. That was Journal's Arm and Armor. He's out of business now. I guess it wasn't so much fireproof. Frenzied Goblin. Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 1 red mana. If you do, target creature can't block this turn. That can be pretty nasty. Einhorn Cutthroat. It's a merfolk pirate. Flash, and whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I always attack from where their spyglasses cannot see. And the rare is Celestial Armor. Flash. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +2 and has flying. It's pretty nice armor. Gives you wings. And a Dauntless Veteran. Whenever this creature attacks, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to face your fear. Spit it in its face and refuse to let it hold you back. And a full art mountain. That was the second pack. The third pack. It started raining outside as well. Not sure if you can hear it. I tried to wait it out a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Oh, a kitty cat playing with a skull. That is cute. Or not. Or maybe a little bit. Courageous Goblin. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this creature gets +1 and gains menace until end of turn. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Yeah, what he said. Looks like he's fighting a giant. He is pretty courageous. Treetop Snare Spinner. Wow. He caught a big bird. Reach. This creature can block creatures with flying and death touch. Any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. For 3 mana, 2 colorless and a green, put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. The griffin think they rule the sky, but the spiders know better. Dazzling Angel, flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Her wings ripple with impossible colors, a sign that a miracle is on the way. Does that mean we're gonna get a mythic card in this pack, maybe? A miracle. Mocking Spite. Flying. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less. Look at me, everyone. I'm a high fae. Watch me do important high fae things. Carrying a flower. Macabre Waltz. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. Liliana is never one to follow someone else's lead. She's dancing with a zombie or a dead person, I'm not sure. Sower of Chaos. It's a devil creature. Target creature can't block this turn for 3 mana. After a few minutes in the Cathar's attire, Vizric started getting all kinds of new ideas. Crypt Feaster. A zombie. Menace and a threshold. Whenever this creature attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +2 until end of turn. Felling Blow. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. You are not welcome in Skimvar. She's about to smack this demon in the face with a golden hammer. Divine Resilience. Kicker, 3 mana. You may pay an additional 3 as you cast this spell. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. If this spell was kicked instead, any number of target creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Swiftfoot Boots. Staple in Commander. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Costs 1 to equip. Looks like his shoe is on fire. And the rare is High Fate Trickster. Flash and flying. You may cast spells as though they had flash. To the High Fate, spells that take a human years to master come as easily as breathing. Is that a fish? It's a fish. She has a fish with her. Oh, and this is Chandra Flameshaper, a mythic card. Planeswalker. Her first ability is add 3 red mana. Exile the top 3 cards of your library and choose 1. You may play that card this turn. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it has haste, and at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this token. And her last ability is Chandra deals 8 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. She looks pretty badass. Fire Fists. Kind of matches with the boots. Maybe she has these boots on as well. A Quick Draw Katana. Shiny card. Artifact equipment. During your turn, equipped creature gets +2 and has first strike. Draw swiftly. Strike cleanly. And sheath before the ground tastes blood. That's a quick cut. And a shiny island. Alright, 4th pack. A zombie token. And a goblin token on the other side. We have Cackling Prowler. It's a hyena rogue with Ward 2. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 2 colorless mana. Morbid At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Fleeting Flight. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it this turn. On that fateful day, Sir Brilberry's fear of heights was outmatched by his sense of duty. Tolarian Terror. Wow, that is a pretty big creature. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Ward 2. 7 mana for a 5/5. Afterward, a number of treaties on sea serpent morphology were swiftly revised. That thing looks like you can eat up the whole castle. Burglar Rat. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. Even rats hoard their treasures. Are your precious things so different? Sure Strike. Target creature gets 3/3/0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Everyone has a weak spot. Evolving Wilds. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. The land is ever resilient. Should it die, it will be reborn. Armasaur Guide. Vigilance. And whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. The Armasaur was skittish about the lanterns until it noticed the captivating dance of its shadow along the walls. Wardens of the Cycle. Morbid. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, choose one. Either you gain 2 life, or you draw a card and lose 1 life. The wheel turns, and what meets its end begins again. Essence Scatter. Counter target creature spell. The greatest victory is a battle unfought. Midnight Snack. Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn, create a food token. Sacrifice this enchantment. Target opponent loses X life, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. They're really eating a lot. That's a pretty big midnight snack. And the rare is Soulstone Sanctuary. You can tap it to add 1 colorless mana, or 4. This land becomes a 3/3 creature with vigilance and all creature types. It is still a land. And another Planeswalker. Ajani, Caller of the Pride. We've gotten 2 Planeswalkers back to back. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. My second ability is target creature gains flying and double strike until end of turn. And his last ultimate ability, create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens, where X is your life total. That can be a lot of 2/2 white cat creatures. Stroke of Midnight. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 swamp with Liliana walking out from the crypt. That was the fourth pack. Pack number 5. Another zombie token. Is it a goblin on the other side? Yes, it is. Let's see if we can pull another Planeswalker again. Dwynen's Elite. Elf warrior creature. When this creature enters, if you control another elf, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Call one, call them all. Banishing Light. This is a great removal. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. The champion reached for a stone, and Heliod placed the sun into her hand. Icewind Elemental. Wow. That is a cool creature. Flying. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. Eaten Alive. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 4 mana. Exile target creature or planeswalker. If you hear a groaning noise in the cellar, don't investigate. Don't split up. Just lock the door and barricade it. Poor guy, he's getting eaten alive. What a horrible fate. Involuntary Employment. Sorcery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Create a treasure token. It's an artifact with sacrifice this token. Add 1 mana of any color. Is he trying to steal something from the griffin? Looks like this guy is trying to steal, I don't know, treasures from the griffin maybe. Broken Wings. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Sarah guides our shots true. Also, I just tuned the cannons. Wary Thespian. Cat Druid. When this creature enters or dies, surveil 1. Giorgio paced the stage anxiously. This was their final rehearsal, but there were still so many mistakes. Revenge of the Rats. Create a tapped 1/1 black rat creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. With Flashback 4, you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. The cats are behaving oddly today, almost like they're all scared of something. The rats are coming for the cats. It's payback time. Payback from way back. Brazen Scourge. Haste. 3/3 for 3 with haste. It's a gremlin. Driven by an insatiable hunger, gremlins never cease feeding. They can destroy a lifetime of work in just a few moments. Rogue's Passage. Add 1 colorless mana, or for 4 mana, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Clinkon Sky Mage. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And despite their advanced intellect, some even never quite shake their instinctive need to collect shiny baubles. And the rare is Kiada, Font of Hope. It's an angel spreading its wings, flying vigilance. Each other angel you control enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each angel you already control. And you can tap this card, add 1 mana, 1 white mana. Spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. Witness Protection. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green and white citizen creature with base power and toughness 1/1, named Legitimate Business Person. Turns them into a business person. And a Bloodfell Caves. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, you gain 1 life. Alright, pack 6. Alpha Warrior Token. That's a new one. And on this side we have Vivian Reed. Emblem. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and have Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. Ambush Wolf. Flash. When this creature enters exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. It lies perfectly still and silent for hours, concealed in the undergrowth until its prey draws close enough to strike with its 4 power. Helpful Hunter. Creature cat. This is adorable. When this creature enters, draw a card. Ah, the conquering hero returns. What trials did you face, little one? This cat is so cute. Comes with a little gift. A feather. A light shell duo. Look at these guys. They're also very cute. Otter. Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. When this creature enters, surveil 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. Gutless Plunderer. Skeleton Pirate. Death Touch, and Raid. When this creature attacks, if you attack this turn, look at the top 3 card of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library, put the rest into your graveyard. Thrill of Possibility. Instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, and then draw 2 cards. Remember all the heroes who were careful and never did anything risky? Me neither. No risk, no reward. Heir Apparent. A rabbit noble. Look at his hair. That's so cool. And the painting in the background. They're all staring at the rabbit noble. When this creature enters, create a number of 1/1 white creature tokens equal to the number of other creatures you control named Heir Apparent. A deck can have any number of cards named Heir Apparent. Most families have trees. His has an entire forest. Vampire Soul Caller. This is a vampire warlock. Flying. This creature can't block. When this creature enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Don't worry, you little friends. We will not be hungry much longer. Reclamation Sage. The first uncommon in this pack. When this creature enters, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. What was once formed by masons, shaped by smiths, or given life by mages, I will return to the embrace of the earth. Angel of Finality. There's been a couple angels in this set. Flying. When this creature enters, exile target player's graveyard. Better the dead depart utterly than be enslaved. Savannah Lions. Creature cat. One alone is fearsome, one among many is unstoppable. Inspiring Call. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. They said we were weak, did they? Let's show them what happens when we fight as one. And the rare card is Elvish Archdruid. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1, and you can add one forest for each elf you control. It's very good in the elf deck. He knows the name of every elf born in the last 4 centuries. More importantly, they all know him. He has a good memory. Crypt Feaster. Menace and Threshold. And a Thornwood Falls. A shiny one. 3 packs left. Art. Another art card. Ooh. Neon Cyberpunk. Neon Cyberpunk City. Llanowar Elves. Classic card. You can tap for 1 forest. Add 1 forest. The elves of the Llanowar Forest have defended it for generations. It is their sacred duty to keep outside influences from corrupting their ancestral home. Inspiring Paladin. A human knight. During your turn, this creature has first strike. During your turn, creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have first strike. As the line faltered, the thunder of hoofbeats heralded desperately needed aid. Refute. Counter target spell, draw a card, then discard a card. I said no. No. I said no. Hungry Ghoul. It's pretty jacked. It's really jacked. Sacrifice another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That's why he's so jacked. It's just eating everybody. All at once, the warden realized the string of mysterious escapes was an entirely different problem. They escaped into his belly. Crackling Cyclops. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +3 until end of turn. What he lacks in depth perception, he makes up for in charged potential. Apothecary Stomper. Vigilance. When this creature enters, choose one. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control, or you gain 4 life. A walking clinic with a trumpet to sound its arrival. Squad Rallier. Human Scout. 3/4. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 2 or less from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Good Fortune Unicorn. Wow. Look at that unicorn. Looks so proud. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Catching even a glimpse of one is the start of 8 years of good luck. 8 years. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. 8 years of luck. Arcane Epiphany. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard. Draw 3 cards. For years, the tome pulsed with forgotten spells and secrets, hungry for a mind strong enough to read it. Look at his face. He's like, whoa, what is happening? That is some powerful knowledge. Burnished Heart. This is an elk. Sacrifice this creature. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Forged by divine hands to wander mortal realms. Seeker's Folly. Choose one. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Or creatures your opponent control get -1/-1 until end of turn. While searching the foreboding woods for its favorite helmet, Sir Verlor lost his second favorite helmet. A rune-scarred demon. For 7 mana, 6/6. When this creature enters, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. The litany of the infernal on his flesh pulses to the beating of his dark heart. Tragic Banshee. Morbid. When this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/1 until end of turn. If a creature died this turn, that creature gets -13 instead. She attended her own burial service, eager for company. And a swamp. We have 2 packs left. Alright, let's see what we get in the 8th pack. A dragon token. And another dragon token. Felidar Savior. That's a pretty cool creature. Looks like a tiger, whatever that is. Mountain tiger. Lifelink. Damage dealt by this creature also causes you to gain that much life. When this creature enters, put a +1/1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. Cut and bruised from his climb to the summit, Zar wept with relief when he saw the Felidar's horns appear. There's another Icewind Elemental. Flying. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. There's the Wall Climber. climbing assassin again, stabbing people in the back. Goblin surprise. Choose one. Creatures you control get +2 until end of turn, or create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Hey, your door is broken. Dwinnen's Elite. This is the call one, call them all card. Make your move. Chess. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. If you're thinking only one step ahead, you're already falling behind. Here's that Spitfire Lizard again, with the landfall ability. Deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever a land comes into play. And the Katana, quick draw Katana. Draw swiftly, strike cleanly, and sheath before the ground tastes blood. Infernal Vessel, look at the shadow. Wow, it's a demon. It's a demon in a human form. When this creature dies, if it wasn't a demon, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with 2 +1/1 counters on it. It's a demon in addition to its other types. Rise, my liege, rise, and blanket the world in eternal night. Strongbox Raider, Orc Pirate. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Tonight we feast. Seismic Rupture. Seismic Rupture deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. The raiding party advanced on the lone figure, confident they had her cornered and helpless. Then she raised her hands, and the ground opened with a fiery roar. Is that Chandra? Who is that? Burning up everybody around her. Powerful mage. And the rare card is Extravagant Replication. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of another target non-land permanent you control. That is actually a pretty cool card. Just 1 Aether Tiger. What do it look like? A peasant. Might actually put this card in one of my copy decks. And a Bushwhack. Choose one. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to each other. To the other, rather. And the Blossoming Sands. It's time for the last one. The last pack. Let's see if we can get some last pack magic. Foundations Art Series. Here's another art card. Wow. That's a signed card. This looks like one of the lands we got in the land pack. But with the autograph. Last pack. Let's see what we can get. Goblin Borders. Raid. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it if you attack this turn. Split the skulls and split the spoils. Dangerous Goblin Pirates. Grow from Ashes. Kicker 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast a spell. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. If this spell was kicked, instead search your library for 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield and shuffle. Healer's Hawk. A flying bird with a lifelink, 1/1. The wounded see the glow of its vials long before they see its wings diving out of the clouds. But they're really happy when they see the glow of the vials coming towards them to heal them. Run away together. This art is funny. She's like, wee, running and throwing petals in there, or whatever that is. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Virtue is virtue, whatever the heart that nurtures it. Fake your own death. Look at that art. So cool. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2 in gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and you create a treasure token. Axguard Cavalry. Axguard Cavalry. Dwarf Berserker. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. Riding the Goat. Dwarven expression meaning a foolhardy act of bravery. It's riding the goat. Looks like a big explosion behind. It's like a action movie. Pilfer. What is that? Look at that guy. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. To the merchant, it was nothing more than a few missing trinkets. To Tiny Bones, it was the greatest heist of all time. Grappling Kraken. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Oh, settle down. She just wants a hug. I don't think it's a good idea to hug that Kraken. And another Infernal Vessel. The demon. With the demon in the shadow. Goblin Negotiation. Goblin Negotiation deals X damage to target creature. Create a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to the amount of excess damage dealt to that creature. This way. Either you pay for Krenko's protection or you pay to replace your stall. Either way, you pay. Wildwood Scourge. Hydra. This creature enters with X/1/1 counters on it. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And the last card is Elenda, Saint of Dusk. A legendary vampire knight. Lifelink hexproof from instants. As long as your life total is greater than your starting life, Elenda gets 1/1 in hand and has menace. Elenda gets an additional 5/5 as long as your life total is at least 10 or greater than your starting total. Pretty good in a life deck. You have learned nothing in my absence. Ashroot Animist. Trample. When this creature attacks, another target creature you control gains trample and gets XX until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. We will burn down the old growth of civilization and nurture what sprouts from the ashes. And a mountain. So there you have it. The Magic Foundations box. I think there were some pretty fun cards in here. Definitely some cards that I'm gonna put in some of my decks. And I'll be putting all these lands in there as well. These shiny lands were really nice, especially the full art ones. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great night or day wherever you